Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the castle here at CCBC Essex. Aaron Thomas in the broadcast booth, once again bringing you all the action live on YouTube, your home for all of the Knights' home games. And that goes for all season long on the turf and all year long, no matter where we are in the school year, on the turf, in the hardwood, inside as Coach Sini's women's basketball team getting ready for the season will be right around the corner. But that's then. This is now. Still some soccer left in the regular season and some potential long runs in the postseason maybe underway for these two teams here at the Castle. We get to see the women in a rivalry matchup in game number 1. Kicking off in just one moment, the Harford Community College Fighting Owls coming into the Castle, and it is always an exciting one when these two teams get together. A lot of hype around campus when the Owls are in town. Fans still coming into their seats here at the Castle. Knights 7-2-1, and winners in their last matchup 11-0. That was on the road in New Jersey. 4 goals in the contest from Silenzia, 1 on the penalty kick. Had 1 assist to go along with that. Big day offensively for her and the rest of the team. And, of course, happy to be back here at the Castle. That 7-2-1 record on the season. 3-1 at home, 3-1-1 on the road, and 1-0 in neutral sites. On the other side, the Fighting Owls, 4-6-1 on the season. They are 4-2 at home, and on the road, they're still looking for their first victory of the year. 0-2-1, as the Fighting Owls have struggled on the road this season. Two teams playing a little hot potato to start things, as we see it sent deep into the defensive zone. Nice play with the head, but even better play by the defense to cut off the angle. Playing it towards space, the offensive player, but that space quickly shut down by the Knights defense. And it was Ashlyn Fuentes, sophomore defender, who made the play. Maybe another play to be made here for the Knights as the whistle gives a freebie to the Owls about 15 yards into their offensive zone. Bouncing ball situation. The Owls get the bounce and the goal. Good strike over everyone's head, and really pretty much the same situation that we saw just a moment ago. This time the wall not there to shut off the driving lane, and the Fighting Owls strike first. The Owls coming into this game, their goals per game average 2. Sitting at half that right now, and 2 minutes into the contest. 2 early looks at the goal. How does this change the game a little bit? The Knights find themselves down early. Looking to regroup. And a little missed opportunity there as it's mistouched off the line. And possession going the other way with a throw-in for the Knights. A goal per game for the Fighting Owls, 2. The other side for the Knights, 3.7. So the Knights certainly got the firepower. Got to find a way to get it out of the driveway right now. Ball living on this side of the field right now. The Field a little tilted to start things. The goals against average a little closer between these two teams. Goals against average for the Fighting Owls exactly 2 coming into this one. The Knights just over 1 at 1.1. A little deeper dive into the numbers. Shots, 213 shots on the season for this Fighting Owls team. 151 shots for the Knights as we see them squeeze that ball deep into the offensive zone. Just can't get control. But the Field may be starting to tilt onto the other side now, as that was the first long run into the offensive zone for the Knights. This Owls team peppering the goal at least 3 or 4 more times a game than this Knights team. Those 200-plus shots on the season coming into this one. We saw the beginnings of a nice run towards the goal for the Knights just a moment ago. Nice individual play, creating the space. But then quickly that space shut down. Fighting Owls going the other way now with the throw in. 5 minutes into the first. It has been a rainy and gloomy Tuesday for most of today, but skies cleared up in a big way about 2-3 hours ago. No rain since then, but I'm sure the Field going to play slick today. The ball will play quick off the turf. Be prepared for the action to move quickly. Knights trying to go quickly there after the steal, trying to go defense to offense. Once again, the Owls putting the stop to that pretty quickly. Nice tackle, though, to win possession initially from number 18, Diamond Brown. Now another bouncing ball into the defensive zone and a heads-up play to play it over the line, but for the throw instead of the corner. Not out of the danger zone just yet, though. The Knights looking for the big clear. And whistle. They don't get the big clear there, but the whistle does switch possession. The Knights looking for their first opportunity to open this game up. 3 minutes into the contest, the Owls got on the board with a quick one. And speaking of quick, turn in the corner. Around the shot. Scooped up. Nice move there from Avery Lane, the sophomore midfielder out of Allentown, Pennsylvania. Got the steal, turned the corner, then the nice move to turn it once again, go around and up the backside of one of the defenders, create that shooting lane, and that is a momentum-stealing play maybe, possibly, for the Knights. Got to get the stop on defense now. And the whistle. I think that whistle is on the initial tackle attempt from Fuentes. Ref played for continuation for a moment. This is a big spot. The Owls watched the Knights flash a little hope just a moment ago. They're looking to dash it away real quick. Free kick, right outside the box. About 3-4 yards. Looks like a 6-person wall set up for the Knights. Lane realizing someone open on the far sideline coming around. Nice strike, just a little high. Oh my, what could have been? Knights players, coaches, and fans will look to steady the beating heart. Out of the danger zone with the game still just 1-0. Owls in control on the big board and in terms of possession. Those possessions for the Knights, few and far between here in this first 10 minutes. They smartly play it all the way back to the keeper. This Knights team needs to piece some passes together. The through ball not working right now. The Owls doing a great job of not allowing that ball over their head. And KDF, Kayla Davis' friend, freshman goalkeeper, comes off the line, uses the mitts. Looking for a passing lane. It's a race. Owls win it. Now looking for the clear. More pressure being applied by the forwards. Trying to keep this ball on this side of the field. And it's the Owls that put together a couple of nice passes. Oh, nice move. Winning the possession and then holding on to it. But it's short-lived. Oh, great recovery. Friedenberg, the one who lost it quickly, got it back for the Knights with a nice tackle. Defense has a chance to recover. Feeling out process in this game appears to be over. These two teams firing right now. Some good defense, some good offense. More fireworks. Great shot, better deflection. Shot blockers are out tonight. Fuentes put out the big leg. Perfect timing on that deflection. Knights defense got caught sleeping early in this first half. Wide awake right now. Clear towards the sideline, now looking to turn up the field. And the pressure being applied by the forwards and midfielders for the Owls. A big part of what is tilting the field onto this side right now. Over the midfield line. Over to Lane on the head. And good tackle. Cutting off the real estate. Now on the other side, it's a fight for the ball on the far sideline. And possession stays with the Knights. Beautiful battle on both sides. Rivalry day here at the Castle. The Owls always bringing the best out of the Knights. Some warm-up action on the far sideline taking place for the Fighting Owls bench. And a player already over at the scorer's table for the Knights says we will see a substitution, and it'll come in right here as that is a freebie for the Knights. Big spot deep in their offensive zone. About 10 yards outside the box on that far sideline. Only one person set up on the wall right now. From that angle, you're expecting the ball to be played in towards the middle. And the whistle, blowing it dead, as he never said to start. Now moves to a two-person wall, it looks like. And now the whistle will start us. In towards the middle, good strike. Two players there, and one defender to cut off the angle, and then a second to clear it out of the danger zone. Great play on both sides. Beautiful strike, great crash, defense making the play for now. Almost 15 minutes into the first. Knights still searching. Oh, nice move around, and the corner kick. Saw Avery Lane play it with the heel around one defender. Trying to lay it up for the cross. Second defender there for a timely deflection. Corner kick. Our first to the game. Right in towards that front post. Couple of players there. Crash continues. And now fans on both sides will have to steady the beating heart. My goodness. What a moment right there. Beautiful corner kick right there into a goal-scoring area. Some blue jerseys, some white jerseys, some pinballing around. Score remains the same, though. Knights' offense has certainly come alive now. Our first corner kick of the day. What a beauty it was. Good quality strike. And the horn. Referee says actually we'll get the sub on the next one. And the next one comes quickly. There's the horn for the substitution, and it comes as we officially hit the 30-minute mark of this first half. What an exciting first 15 minutes it has been in this contest. The Owls, they came out fighting early, scored in the first 3 minutes, and really held on to momentum for about 5 to 6 minutes after that. And then the Knights slowly but surely got it tilting in the other direction, but nothing to show for it just yet other than stories of what could have been. Ball at the midfield for the Owls after the whistle. Little scrum for the ball near the midfield. Owls move it back towards the defense. The scrum for the ball continues on the far sideline now. Nice interception. Can they hold on to it? They cannot, as it's back-to-back turnovers. Hot potato right now with possession. The ball hovering around that midfield area. Who will win it? Trying to switch fields. A lot of real estate on that far sideline. Right idea, wrong execution. Oh, nice. Leaving it for a teammate. Played towards space. Brown is there. 50-50 ball won by the Owls. But possession is with the Knights. Throw in deep in their offensive zone. Almost 20 minutes into the first half, looking to get an answering goal. Friedenberg will take the kick. Comes up from the defensive line spot. As the defensive line pushed almost all the way up. Lane. Searching for a lane. Friedenberg puts it in towards the box. Henning is there. No angle, though. Fight continues, and it's going the other way, says the man with the flag on the far sideline. Knights working hard. Owls working a little harder, getting the possession, cutting off the angles when the Knights have their driving lanes. Bend, don't break defense on display right now for this Fighting Owls team. Oh, now time of possession starting to even out overall, but over the last 5-10 minutes, it's leaning towards the Knights. Have they figured something out here? Oh, nice move to win possession and then hold on to it. Knights playing patiently, keeping the heads up. A little communication breakdown there, though. Browns able to get on the high horse, bail him out. Friedenberg's got some quick feet. Oh, my. Breakaway. So, what a tackle. And a sigh of frustration from the Owls, a sigh of relief from the Knights. Not out of the danger zone just yet. Oh, that one splits the uprights for 3. Those bouncing ball one-timer shots. Easy to get a lot of power behind it. A lot tougher to get the accuracy down. And that time, a blink and you missed it. Offensive strike for the Fighting Owls. Oh, steal at the midfield. And a little jersey tugging. And the fight continues. Beautiful matchup between these two teams. It has been physical from the word go. And the defense has been on display on both sides. Oh, missed touch from the defensive line. Owls cannot make it a rush. Well, they are holding on to possession. Oh, hopping around the defense. And the centering pass comes off the foot poorly. 50-50 ball right here. Back and forth with possession right now over the last 3-4 minutes. Of course, that breakaway opportunity. The one exception to that. Lane turning on the Jets around 1. Cannot get around that second. Oh, nice move, but played out a little too far out in front. So I guess the beginnings of a nice move, but a turnover. And an opportunity for the Knights. 23 minutes left in the first half, looking for an answering goal that was scored in the first 3 minutes of the first half. An Owls team that came out firing and has been enjoying the lead ever since. Knights searching for the real estate. Smothering defense from the Owls. And they say last touch by the Knights. It looked like every time the Knights had turned the corner, there was another Owls player there. The bend don't break defensive performance from this Owls team continues over the last 10, 15 minutes. The Knights are getting their chances, but they're not finishing, and they're not very strong chances. Even on that great corner kick, that was the best opportunity we saw from the Knights so far. That was an opportunity in a moment where you're waiting for the ball just to take a good bounce in your direction, as opposed to someone getting an opportunity to put a good quality strike on a ball with time and space. Those moments for the Knights, well, they haven't been there just yet. Knights moving this ball up their sideline, up that far sideline, I should say. Slowly but surely with these throw-ins. And this time, the throw-in's going the other way. Just over 20 minutes left to play in this first half, and some numbers from this first half. Well, 1 is the dominant number. 1 is the lead for the Owls on the big board, and 1 is really the chances for both of these teams. Just 1 shot on goal for each of these two teams in the first 25 minutes of the contest, and only 1 corner between these two teams. The defensive performance from both of these squads has really been smothering. The opportunities for offense few and far between, and the opportunities to get the ball over the defense's head few and far between. Both defenses making plays like that. They'll give you some space, but they will not give you a mile. Keeping that ball in front of them, slowing down the defense. Or I should say slowing down the offense every chance they can. And some hand fighting as the Knights get called for the whistle. Free kick for the Owls about 10 yards into their offensive zone. It's a very similar spot to what they scored on. Got the bouncing ball in the lane towards the goal. This time, did not get the quality strike from the kick taker. Maybe felt more confident or comfortable on the other side of the field, as that was where the kick was taken from last time. Regardless, a missed opportunity that time for the Fighting Owls. An opportunity right here developing for the Knights, maybe a race towards the ball. Owls win it, but Lane right there for the pressure, and it's a goal kick. Cooler heads prevail there as the footsteps of the sophomore midfielder Avery Lane trying to make things difficult for the Owls defender. But they get the change of possession. 1-0 is still the score on the big board. The Owls scored in the first 3 minutes. The Knights have been looking for an answer ever since then. Here's a race. Fuentes wins it. Turns the corner around the defender. Looking for the clearing lane. It's a turnover in the defensive zone. And finally, the Knights clear it out, at least initially. A little bit of a scare there for sure, as it was bouncing around in a good area more than a few times. Bend don't break defensive effort continues on the other side. Only difference is, of course, tonight's they have broken at least once today. Owls in front by the smallest of margins. Keeping this Knights offense that is coming off an 11-goal performance. Well, they're keeping them in the driver's seat, or excuse me, they're keeping them in the rearview mirror. The Owls are in the driver's seat. A Freudian slip, because honestly, this is not what I was expecting coming into this one. You just looked at the numbers in terms of goals scored and what these two teams have done so far in terms of wins and losses. Expecting just a little bit of a different outcome in the first 45, but hey, it is a rivalry matchup. Owls and Knights always bringing the best out of each other. Tonight, game one of a doubleheader. No exception. Just over 15 minutes left in this first half. Big group substitution checking into the game for the Owls. One player subbing into the game for the Knights. Officially 15 minutes and 30 seconds left in this first half. The two teams, they're going to have some adjustments to make at the halftime break. Some good speeches from both of these teams coming up as we see some great communication on defense from the Knights. Defense laying back, giving it up for the goalie. And a look of frustration all over the captain's face that time. The Knights knew they had a good pass there to be made, just couldn't connect it. We'll have another look at it here. What are the adjustments for these two teams at halftime as we see that connecting pass? Offsides by just a hair. And oh my, chinny chin chin. That hair was so small. Great job defensively by the Fighting Owls, moving as a line and using that offsides call as an extra defender, baiting the forward just a little bit. Tremendous defense continues. Ball bouncing through the middle into the Owls' offensive zone, looking for space. Nice tackle, slowing down the defense. Deflection keeps it in the offensive zone. And KDF climbs the ladder and makes the save. Kayla Davis, friend, with a strong goalie performance here in the first half. I'm sure she'll say thank you a few times at halftime to the strong defensive performance in front of her. By the forwards and midfielders, Avery Lane creating the turnover in the box. Turn, shot, goal! What a play! What a game! Blink and you missed it. The sophomore defense to offense in a hurry. Crab cakes and defense, it's what Baltimore does. And this game is tied. Avery Lane, the sophomore midfielder out of Allentown, Pennsylvania, by way of Allentown Central Catholic. With a huge answering goal in the first 45, and Well, ladies and gentlemen, this game has got a new feel to it. Boys and girls at home, that's why you never give up on the play. Lane kept the head down, created the scoring opportunity. Unassisted goal there for the Knights, and a huge one. Just the fourth shot on goal of the day. Second for the Knights. And it is certainly a game changer. This is a big final 12 minutes of this first half. The Knights have stolen the momentum right now, but the Owls could certainly come out firing with a new sense of aggression now that this game has been taken away from them, so to speak. Whistle goes against the Owls, and it'll be a free kick for the Knights. As a welcome sight here at the Castle, our good friends at Chick-fil-A Nottingham Square pulling up to the event. Just another reason why all you guys at home got to come check out a game here at the Castle sometime this season. Great action like this on the turf. Delicious chicky sandwiches in the stands for all you good fans at home. Oof, I don't want to use my head. Little Rex from Toy Story 2 action. Brown with the centering pass, offsides. And that ball will be pulled all the way back about to the 20-yard line of the offensive zone for the Knights. So Brown offsides. But a good cardio workout there. And a nice pass. Certainly something building here offensively as the Knights are starting to pile up these chances, so to speak. Forwards and midfielders keeping the pressure on the ball carriers at the midfield. Bouncing ball finally secured by the Owls for a moment. But right now, it's a boomerang. It's going up, and it's going right back the other way. The Knights holding on to things right now, in charge of the momentum. But this game, back to even. Back to where we started. Owls wanted a handball call there. Certainly came up in towards the midsection area. What we know for sure is possession is staying on this side of the field. The Owls in the final 10 minutes looking to get back on top. That late goal for the Knights has gotten this game back to even, and it is really stolen all the momentum away from the Owls. All the work that they had done in this first 45. Not feeling any of it right now as everything rolling towards the Knights. But that could change in a blink of an eye. The Knights scored that goal and got this game back to even in a blink of an eye. Certainly, the same could be done on the other side. How quickly this game could change once again in this final 8 minutes. The run starting from the back. Centering pass, Brown there, and the defense coming up at the last second. Send it away. Knights trying to go quick. Turn in the corner. And again, the defense there. Again, the Knights keeping the pressure on. And it'll be a corner. Our second of the day, our last one we saw was a beauty. But the Knights couldn't score on it. What do we see here on our second look? Good strike. Someone crashing in towards the goal there. What could have been? Good defensive positioning on that corner from the Owls. Bodies on bodies. And the posts covered as well. Need another play here defensively. Knights were trying to secure possession, trying to get right back on the merry-go-round. Instead, the Owls looking to catch their breath. The field tilted onto their side now. Unfamiliar territory for them through most of this first 45. Oh, nice move on the far sideline around one. In on the rush. They've got numbers. Now space. But a timely deflection, it looked like. Slowed down that rush just a little bit. Owls still looking for offense, though. Numbers back to even as the defense got a chance to set up. Fighting Owls again, looking for the space. What a play for control. What a save! And a big clear on the rebound. Oh, my. This first half ain't over yet. A beautiful play, sticking out the leg to play it for control. Ramirez almost brought these fans up and out of their seats with the moans and groans. And, of course, the cheers on the other side. What a first 45. Owls right back on the merry-go-round. Knights clearing it out of the box initially. Now looking for the big clear out of the defensive zone. It's the forwards and midfielders for the Owls' turn as we see a great give and go. Brown looking for the centering pass. And the Owls will get the turnover. They're going on the other side. Knights trying to go quick on the throw-in. Final 5 minutes promising to be an exciting one. And, of course, it's only the final 5 minutes of the first half. We've got a whole 45 in front of us after a short halftime break. Ladies and gentlemen at home, get your popcorn ready. It's an instant classic underway here at the Castle. And what did you expect from this rivalry matchup with the Fighting Owls? Harford Community College and CCBC Essex. Offsides just by a hair on the other side. And it's a gut-wrencher every time. This time, the Knights doing a great job of using that offsides flag as an extra defender. Man, that offsides call in soccer, it's almost like a bouncing puck in hockey. Just a heartbreaker every time when it's on your side. When it's going against you, oh, man, nothing like it. Lane looking for some late magic. And a great save on the other side. An easy catch of the cannonball as that one had some power behind it, I'm sure. Ball went over the line, says the man with the flag on the far sideline. Substitution checking into the game for the Knights, and it looks like Avery Lane will take a seat. And I'm sure we'll get lots of pats on the back from the coaching staff and teammates. That big answering goal The one-man rush, so to speak, the difference here in this game, the answering goal. So the Knights looking for one more here. And the footsteps could be heard from all the way up here. The defense closing out that space very quickly. And now just a little over 2 minutes to be played in the first half. After that Avery Lane goal that got this game back to even, I think it is safe to say that the halftime speeches for these two teams has probably changed a little bit. The adjustments for these two teams, or the adjustments that the coaching staffs wanted to see from these two teams in the second half, it's probably changed just a little bit. As the song and dance on the field has certainly changed. Friedenberg looking for a big solo to end the first half. Nice move around one defender after the steal. Looking for the space for the cross. Oh, around a second defender with the dangle move, but the third with the big tackle. Fuentes tried to play it for control, ended up having to just get it off the foot as quickly as possible. Knights still looking for offense in this final 60 seconds. Ooh, easy for me to say. The action got me tongue-tied. What a goal! Top shelf cookie for number 2. Diamond Brown takes the bouncing ball and sends it into the back of the net. The freshman from Baltimore, Maryland, by way of Kenwood High School, the local kid with a huge goal here tonight. What a first half. 2 unanswered goals from the Knights in the final 20 minutes have got them up by 1 here in the final 30 seconds. And ladies and gentlemen at home, don't forget about that second half. You better call Grandma and get that popcorn ready. It's going to be a good one till the end here at the Castle. About as close as you can get to a buzzer beater, as that one will bring us to the final whistle of the first half. The score in this one, 2-1. The Knights got down early, but came back late. Can they hold on when we come back? And back to the action on the field. The second 45 is underway, and the Knights are enjoying a one-goal lead, though Avery Lane trying to make it a two-goal lane. Brown missing on the net on the rebound attempt. My goodness, what a fast and furious start to the second half. And what a tremendous save to keep this game at just a one-goal game. A beautiful save right out of the gates. Emma Zeggers, freshman goalkeeper out of Bel Air, Maryland, with a huge save for the Owls, as Lane, with a nice little shoulder move to get around one defender. And then Brown, of course, splitting the uprights on the rebound attempt. Man, oh man. The two goal scorers for the Knights in the first half, both getting chances. The Knights really grabbed all of that momentum in the late stages of the first half. Fighting Owls came out, scored in the first 3 minutes, held on to the lead for the longest time. Knights got back to even, quickly got out in front. And now, even quicker here in the second half, trying to create some distance. One goal, the largest lead for either team here today. Knights trying to change that. Looking to turn the corner. Now the setup. The cross maybe. Defense there. Fight continues. And the tackle initially. Possession won back by the Knights, but the shot wide of the net. Men's teams for both of these programs have taken to the sidelines here to cheer on the women. In game one of our doubleheader, it's a double rivalry matchup here at the Castle. The Knights and Owls playing two. The look of frustration on the face of Avery Lane there, I'm sure, as she got the steal, trying to turn the corner and look for the cross opportunity. Ball dribbled just a little bit too far out in front. The men in game two are scheduled to tip off at 7 o'clock. Certainly should be a good one. But they certainly have a lot to live up to in terms of hype here this first game. Game number one, what a doozy. And you know the Owls are going to figure something out here at some point in this second half. Put together a run. What does that run lead to? Still so many questions left in this game. And a lot of time to find the answers. The sooner the Owls can find that run, the better. Get this game back to even. If they give the Knights a chance to create some distance, get this goal differential to 2. Man, oh man, it would maybe potentially be a backbreaker. Bouncing ball. Off the line quickly was the goalie. KDF with a huge save in the late stages of the first half that kept the game at a one-goal game. The Owls They were almost the team that got back out in front after the game was tied up. But a huge save from the goalie for the Knights. Really shut the door and solidified the momentum on their side. Just a couple minutes later, the Knights got their second goal, got themselves in the driver's seat for the first time today. Knights defense bending a little bit here as the Owls are moving it deep into their offensive zone. But no space. That's the other part of getting that ball deep into your offensive zone on a throw-in situation like that. The defense has an opportunity to set up, and you're quickly running out of real estate to play for control. Walking a tightrope, so to speak. Knights smartly watch the goalkeeper go down to a knee. It has been raining for most of today and most of the last few days here around town, so the field certainly playing slick this afternoon. I think both teams have done a really good job with some solid passing on both sides, despite the quick field. Defenses have done a good job of limiting those opportunities for the ball and or the defender, or offensive player, excuse me, to get behind them. Nice carry to get around one defender. Little hot potato with possession. Lane plays it up to Henning. Player right there to cut off the angle for the Owls. Defender Sailor Bear, sophomore midfielder out of Elkton, Maryland, put on the Jets real quick to cut off that driving lane. Henning had to either shoot it or make a difficult pass. Never a bad idea to rip that shot deep in the offensive zone like that. But old number 99 said you miss 100% of the shots you don't put on net. That was one of those right there. Can the Owls find the net here? Great centering pass. Offsides by just a hair. And we were robbed of a huge moment as it was setting up to be a beautiful fight for that ball. All for none, though. Effort still on display on both sides, but how would have it ended? Well, we'll never know. Man with the flag on the other side whistles it dead. And for the second time today, the Knights have used the offsides flag as an extra defender in a key spot. Henning again getting it. This time gets it on net. And no one there for the rebound. Great save. Second one of the half from Zeggers. And the legs get tangled up, and the whistle will send it going the other way. Owls with possession and a little momentum on their side after that big save. Oh, off the head. Pass in towards the middle. Knights looking for the clear. Owls had a player there initially. It was just over their head. And it pinballs around quite a few times, but no one there to put it on net. Owls back on the merry-go-round here with a throw-in their offensive zone. Not in control on the big board, but in control of some momentum on the field right now. They have tilted the field on their side just a bit here in the beginning stages of this second half. Another throw in, a little further up into their offensive zone. And she's on the field, and that'll be an illegal throw in. Certainly a tough break for the Owls there, as I've been looking around the stadium at some of the fans here in attendance and noticing a lot of people on their phones and thinking to myself, what's going on? This action on the field is so good. What's everyone looking at their phones for? And then it dawned on me, the Orioles are playing right now. We got playoff baseball going on right now. Totally forgot that the O's are playing right now. So another opportunity to thank all of you guys at home for joining us on what is an exciting day of sports here in Baltimore. And me forgetting about the Orioles game altogether, let you know at home. I'm more of a hockey guy personally. But I love the action on the turf here at CCBC Essex. It's always great. And here today on this rainy Tuesday, a fight between the Fighting Owls and the Knights underway, and certainly fitting the mood of what kind of week it's been. And oh my, as we see the training staff coming onto the field. We're going to take a break. 32 minutes and 43 seconds left in the contest. Back to the action on the field here in a moment. KDF, Kayla Davis Friend, freshman goalkeeper out of Winterville, North Carolina, will stay in the game. Training staff did come out onto the field. Backup goalie did come out onto the field as well, but KDF wants to stay in the contest. Oh, nice move to play it for control. The second effort defensively for the Owls sends it out of the danger zone, at least initially. And the offsides as Brown got caught on the other side of the line. We are almost 15 minutes into the second half, and we have seen a little bit of everything except goals scored. Some offense on the other side. 2 huge shots on goal for the Knights that were sent away by Emma Zeggers, starting keeper for the Owls. And some offense on the other side for the Owls as well. Maybe not as spectacular, but they have certainly had their chances. And they're certainly still very much alive here in this one. The Knights, it is their turn to sweat it out. Playing with the lead, but the smallest of margins, just one. This was the same spot that the Owls were in for most of the first half. Trading punches with a team that is happy and willing to just stand there and punch and punch and be punched. Whole lot of teams like punching. Very few teams like being punched. These two teams happy to dish out the physical stuff on both sides. Great defensive battle on both ends for both of these teams. Knights trying to call out for the handball. Certainly did come up there, up towards the midsection. Oh, there's a nice bouncing ball. Defense right there to close the door, though. As the footsteps, I'm sure, could have been heard. Offensive player got possession of that ball right at the top of the box. Great goal scoring area, but no opportunity to load the cannon up. Defense right there in the hip pocket. And offsides call. Under 30 minutes to play now. And with this first game coming to an end, the men's teams making their way over towards the practice fields. The lights are on as evening is starting to turn to night here at the Castle. We're going to have a photo finish here in Game 1, and then another fight in Game 2. And there's the trip, and a great display of sportsmanship afterwards. Friedenberg immediately trying to pick the player up. And here is a big opportunity for the Owls. This is a spot where they scored on in the first half. Big kick, bouncing ball situation. And again, they do not get the quality strike that they need from the kick taker. The first time they had an opportunity like that, they got a great strike on the ball over the head of the defense. One bounce, one shot, one goal later. Been held in check on the set pieces since then. Offsides by just a hair. Another one. And the defensive line for the Knights doing a great job moving as a line, moving as a unit. The Owls getting caught with a hand in the cookie jar a few times here. Race towards the ball. Henning really put the Jets on there. Couldn't get the steal. Owls going the other way now. Looking for space on the throw-in. 2 players right there on the ball, which means there's space out there. The Owls finding it. Couple of passes. Now they're on the other side. Shot. Save. No rebound. Clean catch of the cannonball from KDF. And when you have established the pace here today, you can play at your own pace and take your own time, and that is exactly what the Knights are doing. KDF made that save, took her sweet time getting that ball out of her box. Let your forwards and midfielders set up, and let's take some time off that clock. No need to go fast. The other team needs to answer. Oh, nice pass off the side of the foot. The defense there just in the nick of time. Owls just a moment away from turning that corner and heading in towards a goal-scoring area. They're getting closer and closer offensively. But the Knights trying to get close on the other side now. The Owls just one away from getting this game back to even. The Knights, with 25 minutes left in the contest, they're just one away from a potential dagger. Corner kick. We saw a beauty of a corner from the Knights in the first half. Could we see another here in the second? Corner kick, far sideline. Oh, it's nice in towards the middle. Only blue jerseys there, though. Knights trying to put it right back. Owls trying to go defense to offense with some urgency. Finding the pass in the box. Need one more, though. And Friedenberg with the smothering defense. One-on-one play goes to the defense. And a couple of tremendous passes there from the Owls leading to that offensive rush. What's slowed down by the captain, who wears number 1. Maya Friedenberg, sophomore from Perry Hall, Maryland, with a strong play when her team needed it most. Still a 1-goal game. Lane on the take. And the Jets turned on the other side. What a defensive play. Allie Bierman. Smoke coming off the back of those cleats. Shutting off the goal-scoring opportunity for the Knights and keeping the hopes alive for the Owls. And could not get the clear. The Owls shooting a toe off there on the far sideline. And with time beginning to run out, unforced errors like that become more and more frustrating for these Owls players, coaches, and fans. This game right in front of them, it's up for grabs. Can they take it? Can they make the most of the opportunities in front of them from here on out? That's what it's going to take. flip side to that coin is the Knights. They're one opportunity away from putting the dagger in the Owls. Who's going to get the friendly bounce? Who's going to create the opportunity? And splitting the uprights. As that one, a beautiful centering pass to a teammate and a great goal-scoring opportunity. Flashing in front of the Owls. It was here, and then it was gone. What a moment. The body language for the Knights says it all. That one was close. Owls trying to get a little closer. You're feeling the momentum on their side now. Shot. And again, KDF make sure there's no rebound. The Knights need a big clear here. Oh, and they find it on the big punt onto the other side. Lane at the midfield looking for a teammate. Finding it. And the through ball picked off at the last second. "21 minutes left in the contest. Both teams still fighting. And there is a whistle, and it's right on the outside of the box. And after 3 or 4 looks on the other side for the Owls to get this game back to even, only to be sent away every time. Now we're on the other side of the field, and the Knights have a chance to place the dagger in a tough spot. A huge moment for this Knights team. Free kick right outside the wall, and a white jersey there, climbing to the tippy top of the ladder. Could not get ahead on it. Not out of the danger zone just yet, though. The Knights still searching for the dagger. Corner kick near sideline. They go for the short kick. And you could see that one coming off the foot. Not the way they wanted almost immediately. Missed opportunity there for the Knights. What could have been? Oh, what might still be as they win possession, but the whistle sends it the other way. Timely whistle as the Owls in need of a break. And not finding one, as this time the whistle going the other way. Knights with the freebie. Ten yards into their offensive zone. What's the play here? Big strike. Owls clear it out of the danger zone. And Knights clear it over the line. Give themselves a chance to regroup. Oh my. It's going to be an exciting final 18 minutes. There has been no goals scored here in this second half. Will that trend continue? Or is somebody going to find a heartbreaker in the back pocket? Owls hoping to find one right here. Bouncing ball. 50-50 ball continues, and the shoulder tackle will draw the whistle from the ref. And these two teams have played a physical style of soccer from the word go. Great job from both of these teams of playing hard and physical, but no cards issued yet by the referee. And really nothing egregious from either team as well. Just a good old rock fight. Kicking the rock up and down the field. Throwing a few back and forth in the meantime as well. And the axe thrown up by the man with the whistle. You got to think some cramping playing a factor at this point. And what we just established has been a physical contest. And we're in the late stages of it. These are the championship rounds. And these are two teams with championship aspirations. Oh, nice ball in towards the middle, blue jersey there, but so is the goalie. Had a blue jersey on the far side of the box to initially get the first touch on it, but no one there on the crash and rebound. And that'll be a goal kick as it goes over the line. 16 minutes and some change left in this one. Two teams searching for one more. Knights want one more to give them that distance, give them that breathing room. The Owls want one more to give them a hope, a chance of seeing the other end of the comeback trail. A one-goal game. It's still a comeback trail right now, but the longer this game goes, it'll start to turn into a mountain as we see a scary sight there. I'm going to take a break as the trainer comes out onto the field. Sometimes you play the game and it is kill or be killed. And on a play like that, you got no choice but to take one for the team. A missile of a ball off of the foot of a Knights player coming right in on the face of the Owls player, who was quick to get up on her feet and walk off the field under her own power, which is a great sight for everyone here at the Castle, who are in need of a great sight as the final score on that Orioles game has come in. They go down to the Royals 1-0 in a nail-biter of a game that matches the one we've seen here at the Castle. What did I tell you in the first half? Defense and crab cakes. It's what we do here in Baltimore, baby. Or, excuse me, it's what we do here in Baltimore, hun. I usually have to keep it at the door when I check in and put the headset on, but it lives in all of us. Born here in Charm City. And the spirit, that fight that this area provides, it's been on display here in this rivalry matchup between these two teams. The energy, the effort, it's been on display from the word go. And it has been a great matchup that has lived up to the hype and some in Game 1 of Rivalry Tuesday. Remember, fans at home, these two programs, men's teams, will be going head-to-head in game number 2. Really hope you can join us for that one. Should be a good one. I was getting my Chick-fil-A sandwich from our good friends at Chick-fil-A Nottingham Square in between the periods, and it was already some chirping between the Owls and Knights. There always is. These two teams, these two programs bring the best out of each other. And sometimes, every once in a while, some of the extra stuff as well. Owls searching for a big turnover, trying to go defense to offense. On the rush, they don't have numbers or real estate, but they're holding on to possession. Shot and splitting the uprights. Defense could not stop them, but they slowed them down just enough. And my, oh my, your thoughts on that play really depend on where you're sitting here tonight. There was certainly a lot of physical play on that play. And it could have went either way. But what we know for sure, missed opportunity. But a potential momentum-building play for the Owls. It is going to be an exciting final 13 minutes. The Owls have found a little groove. They've found a couple of lanes, but they have not been able to load up the big cannon for a good quality shot on net. Are they inching closer and closer here? Another throw in, their third in a row. How about a fourth? Oh, Nelly. The tension. It's starting to build. KDF on the second effort. As that time, the Owls did have a player crashing in towards the goal. Now the Knights' opportunity to go on the rush. Lane trying to turn the corner. And the Owls' defense there to make the stop initially. Knights with possession, playing keep away on the far sideline. Centering pass, Brown there. So was the defense for the send away. Oh, it's official now. Evening has turned to night. The lights are on, and they're shining bright for the final 11 minutes. The fans, they're either up out of their seats or firmly on the edge. Just like that kid from The Incredibles, they're just waiting for something amazing to happen. They know it's coming. Owls pass in towards the box. Put the brakes on. Pass. Left-footed shot. And the Knights there for the send-away. Owls got a little closer. But close. My dad says only ever counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, and we're playing neither of those right now. Little quick one-touch pass. Owls more important than ever to hold on to possession. Final 10 minutes. Final 10 minutes for them to make their rush. Get this game back to even for what could be a third time. Knights get a piece of it, but not enough. Owls still pushing. Still searching for offense. And Knight smartly put the boots to it. Send it down onto the other side. Make him run for it. Make him get the cardio in. If you're going to get it, go the full length of the field. Owls trying to do that here. And they got about 3/4 of the way. Now the throw in. Over everyone's head, but the Knights. Watch the Owls. Unable to get to it. Sigh of relief from the Owls, or excuse me, a sigh of relief from the Knights, a sigh of frustration from the Owls. It's going to be a nail-biting final 8 minutes and 30 seconds. Friedenberg steps up and makes the tackle, gives the defense a chance to regroup. Bouncing ball in the box, Knights misplay it and give the corner. The first corner of the day for the Owls. It's coming from the far sideline with 8 minutes left in a 1-goal game. Corner kick, far sideline. Good ball in towards the middle, and it touches the back of the net. We are tied here in the final minutes. The first corner kick of the day for the Owls is the biggest of the day. And what a matchup here at the Castle. We are tied and maybe headed to overtime for the first time. What a huge goal here in this one, and it is now a brand new ball game. Our first goal of the second half is scored by the Owls, and it gets this game tied for the third time today. We started at 0-0, moved up to 1-1, and it was so nice we thought, let's do it twice. We're tied 2-2 here in the final minutes. The Owls in control with possession and momentum. They've got numbers, looking for space, and the defense steps up and makes the play. Looking for the big clear, and it's going the other way, says the man with the flag. Get those big set pieces with everyone pushed up in towards the offensive zone. It only takes one bounce, and you've got a brand new ball game, and that's exactly what happened. We're not sure who touched that in the box, but what we know for sure is it found the back of the net and brought the fans up out of their seats. Race towards the goal, and KDF wins it by half a second. Final 6 minutes in a game that has a brand new feel, an instant classic here at the Castle underway and heading towards a photo finish. Oh, what a stab at it, as that one was headed towards Brown and headed towards a goal-scoring area. Instead, it's a quick transition on the other side, and the Knights have to regroup. Owls trying to go quickly with the throw-in. These two teams going back and forth, up and down the field. Who's going to catch themselves out of position at the worst time? That's going to be the difference maker. Who can stay strong defensively? Owls still searching for offense. Far sideline, big kick. And it's far and away from that far post. Even further away from anyone who was there to try and put it on net. Missed opportunity for the Owls. Knights, clear opportunity for them to get this ball out of their defensive zone. Catch a little breathing room. No room to be had, at least not there. Knights still searching. Big kick into the offensive zone. Knights give themselves a chance to regroup. Under 5 minutes to play in regulation. These two teams may be headed for some free stuff. You guys at home, the fans here at the Castle, may be in store for a photo finish. Will we see one more? Or will this be a good old-fashioned rock fight that ends in a tie? Three minutes and 30 seconds left in the game, and still so many questions. That's when it's fun. And man, oh man, has this game been fun from where I'm standing. The action back and forth. The Owls scoring in the first 3 minutes. The Knights scoring 2 unanswered goals in the final 15 minutes of the first half. And then just a seesaw of a second half leading to a pinball goal that got this game tied at 2. Two teams holding on. Bouncing ball in towards the box. Defense is there, and it's a whistle and a penalty kick. Oh, my. Too much of the rough stuff at the worst time. And a yellow card issued to Ashlyn Fuentes. And what a huge spot here in this game. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. And a penalty kick for the Owls. Biggest moment of the game right here in front of everybody. Got a hand on the ball but could not make the save. A penalty kick goal gets the Owls back in front. And they have come all the way back to get out in front once again. They have seen the other side of the comeback trail, but there is still time for the Knights to steal one. What a game here at the Castle. This rivalry matchup living up to all the hype and some. Henning looking for the cross. Owls in position defensively initially. Turning, getting the cross, and the Owls there for the clear, but they can't clear it out of the danger zone altogether. Throw in for the Knights. And they'll do it again. 120 seconds. That's all that's left here in this one. Another throw in. Is the third time the charm. And this time, the throw-in's going the other way. Steal from Fuentes. Big shot, and it rolls safely into the arms of Zegers. And is that the last hoorah that we see offensively for this Knights team? As now with under 90 seconds, the Owls back in the driver's seat, holding on to possession, trying to dash the hopes of the Knights. Cross into the back of the net, but not the net she was looking for. Under 60 seconds to play now. Owls happy to take their time. They have once again established the pace. And now it is the Knights that have to answer. And a bouncing ball going the other way, and it does look like that is all she wrote. The Knights are going to have to make a miracle happen here in the final 10 seconds. What a comeback effort by this Owls team as they watch the Knights score 2 in the final 15 minutes of the first half, and then they score 2 in the final 10 minutes of the second half to knock the Knights out here at the Castle in Game 1. What a matchup once again between the CCBC Essex Knights and the Harford Community College Fighting Owls. When you see those two teams on the schedule, it's always a good one, and this one, no exception. The final score in this one, 3-2. The Owls come back and steal one from the Knights. Still some season left for both of these teams. Still some questions for both of these teams on how the regular season will end and how the postseason will go. If you want to find out how it will go, check out the CCBC Essex website for all the information for the rest of the season. And if you want to find out how game number 2 is going to go, stick around with us live here on YouTube. Well, if you can't, this is Aaron Thomas one more time saying good afternoon, good evening, and good night.